All right, we need to do a video with Belle. One of Belle's biggest problems was walking on the leash, getting tangled in your legs, pulling different directions, not paying any attention to where I was going, but she just walks like a little dream now. Good. Place. Good. 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 Sit. Good girl. Good. Up. Sit. Good girl. Good. And this, no treats if you've noticed, no e-collar, no treats. But we started everything off with food, getting her used to walking next to me and eating while she's walking next to me. And then I started using the collar once she knew the game, but then I would use the collar to correct her, because even though there's a reward here, there still has to be a correction when she isn't behaving the way I want. So reward and correct when you need to, and just take it slow. Teaching a dog to walk on a leash is just like teaching them to down, sit, come, any of that. It's just repetition. Dogs just naturally walk a lot faster than people. You know, you could walk across my property and a dog could walk at their normal pace and they'll go back and forth 14 acres 4 times by the time you make it down 1 time. So you're training them to walk at a human's pace, which is something that's very unnatural to a dog. You're also working on them, where the collar comes in, is correcting when they think that this, sit. When they think that that dog or that cat or that kid or that skateboard or bike is more important to them than walking next to you. So that's when you use the collar to correct those behaviors. But when you start off, you don't want to start off walking your dog in an area with a bunch of distractions, or it's going to be a nightmare. Walk them around the yard, walk them around the living room, around the garage, up and down the driveway. Get it to where you guys are walking in a low distraction area nicely together. Correct, unnecessary stopping and having to sniff everything, or if you have a male dog, marking things, anything. When we're walking, we're walking. I'm not stopping for you every time you want to sniff or pee on something. So that way, it's in their head that, well, that's just the way it is. I'm leading the walk. He or she is walking with me. They're not leading the walk. I'm dictating everything, but it's just a little bit of patience, a little bit and consistency. And I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. You don't just go get a dog or a puppy that is not trained or accustomed to walking on a nice loose leash and take them for a mile walk around the block and expect things to go well. It'll be a nightmare, and you'll just end up not walking your dog. So make it easy. Set it up for success for the both of you. Start off in low distraction areas. So even if I go outside with her, See how she wanted to pull? Right there, we're not going to let her do that. Nope. So I'm just correcting a little bit with the leash. She's standing calm with a loose leash right now. So I'm going to have to stay calm for a second, and then I'll invite her to come out with me. Okay. Good girl. Good girl. Come. Come. Good girl. So work on doorways, thresholds, all that kind of little stuff. You can do a lot just around your house without having to go for a long walk. Trust me, I walk dogs around this building all day, and I feel like I've gone on 3-4 mile hikes by the end of the day. So they don't need to go on big long walks to get exercise. You can do a lot just in your yard, on your driveway, keep it simple. And the more confidence you get, the better they're gonna walk too. Somebody can hand me their dog that has no idea how to walk on a leash, and they can hand me the leash, and in about 3 minutes, they're gonna see this guy's in charge. Because just the way I am with them. I'm not looking at them, I don't care where it is that I'm walking. I don't care if there's let's see. I don't care if there's something on the ground, food on the ground that they want. Nope. So we have food all over the ground. No. Good. So I'm going to correct that. Correct it even if she wasn't going to take that food. Good. Walk right out over the top of all that food. Good. Down. Now she's laying right next to about 40 pieces of food on the ground there, and she's not going for it. So you can practice doing that kind of thing. I don't care. Nope. See? And that's all you have to do. You can practice, put a piece of hot dog on the garage floor and practice walking back and forth and having them ignore it. And when they do ignore it, reward them with a piece of food. Or, once they get it and they're still not getting it, use the collar. Bzz, bzz, bzz. So they have to come back and they don't want that food. So, just little things like that you can work on to make walking your dog a lot more enjoyable. And the better you get at it, the more you're going to want to walk your dog. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Toodles.